Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to specially welcome you to the second day of our series live on Scripted 2025. And like I shared with you in our last series, I was able to let you know the purpose of our series. And of course, I'm going to also keep talking about that till you actually capture it to be able to maximize this platform as well as the series, as it's going to be for 365 days as God helps us. So, my name is Mrs. Chemaka Linda Veshima. If it is your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to get a notification when the next content drops. And if it is your first time on Facebook, go ahead and click on that follow button because that is one of the best decisions you're going to make in your life this year and beyond. And of course, I'm going to share with you why in this series. Now, in this series, our major focus, right, is to actually help you become a student for life beyond academic sessions in order to achieve optimum success. And my major aim generally is to help entrepreneurs and transiting executives gain certainty, competence, become consistent, as well as build credible connections. I've been able to help a lot of people over the years of our existence while we are building confident global champions in this space. And I can't wait to be able to be part of your story, your success story. So today basically we'll be focusing on what inspired this particular conversation today. And life unscripted is just that the way life is not something that is written in a book for you to actually live on. It's actually your experiences that sums up into the life that you live. And so that's why we tag this particular series life unscripted. So the experiences you are going to encounter is going to be a summation of your conversations in the world. And we want to make it actually premium on how you can be able to navigate these things and have a powerful storyline to inspire people as you actually want. So, a particular student reached out to me, right? Because major focus today is how why when money becomes your limitation into going to school, right? And the essence of this is that a lot of people see school as where there is where it is written, welcome to this particular university, welcome to this, welcome to that, and all of this thing. One of the things you need to understand about school is that school is life, because life is a learning experience, is a summation of your learning experience. So what you learn at home is what we call home training. So actually there is school going on there, right? Whatever you learn anywhere in life, there is actually a school going on there. It depends on your own interpretation. Now, most of the times, people don't study their processes in life to actually make a certain judgment or conclusion into a thing. And that is why they begin to see their present circumstance as limitations to it. So I shared my own personal story because she was telling me that she really wants to go to school, but she doesn't have the money. And I asked her, what is your target? What is your plan? What is your goal for 2025? And she was able to let me know that her goal was just to save 150,000 naira in a full blown year. Let's do a little calculation. If you save 1,000 naira as a Nigerian, if you save 1,000 naira every single day in 2025, of course, by the end of the month, you are going to gain 365,000 naira by the end of the month. So I was able to open her mind up to see that it is not really that money is the problem, it's because she is thinking small. And why is she thinking small? Because the environment has been able to position her to a place where she's seeing herself from where she is rather than who she can become. And so a lot of persons who are setting goals now are setting goals based on their circumstances. They are not setting goals based on their future result. They are setting goals based on what? Their present circumstances. And because of that, because of those circumstances, they now see it as limitation. When I got admission into school, I promised you I'm going to be sharing my story in between. When I got in admission into school, right, there is this notion that you must get 200 before you get into the admission. Mine was divine favor. I didn't get up to 200 to get admission, but today I'm a first class graduate. That's a story for another day. But what am I trying to say? When I started school, my dad had issues with his business. He was not able to, keep up with his sponsorship, but I really wanted to go to school. It took me about 4 years to get into the university, because one of the years I saw that, oh, how are they going to sponsor this? But when I own up to myself and I was able to find myself, I came to understand, which is why I'm sharing this with you today, that it's actually not your circumstance, that money does not respond to your circumstance. Money responds to your decision rather than your situation. So I made up my mind. When I got admission, there was no money to start. There was no money to, I wasn't sure I was going to keep up with this thing. But I have this particular passion and the desire to actually go to school and actually succeed. So, in as much as I knew that there was no money, I have a will. And because I had a will, there was a way. And I believe God and I trust God for everything. Trust me, in the first semester of my going to school, I was not able to pay. First semester, I was not able to pay my school fees first semester. And you know what that means when you're writing exam without your registration number, if you're in a university and all of that. You know the implication and the risk of that. And so those things happen because I walked with faith. Now, after I worked with it before the second semester, when I eventually paid, I now had to go through the stress of whatever thing other of my mates were doing when they were in first semester, acceptance fees and everything. But why did that happen? I was actually encouraging my mom with a little for her to go out of her way to actually make contributions. The rest of the things that happened was because I went into service in the house of God where my talent lies. It's a topic for another day, but I'm trying to draw a point that basically, when money becomes your limitation, understand that you are yet to know who you are. That's the problem. People really do not know who they are, and that is why they think that whatever that happens to them do not happen for them. So when you understand who you are and then maintain that resilience, that I have decided that I'm going to school, whether or not there is anything now, I know that there will be a way out. And you see that the moment you begin to take action, you build a momentum of finding solutions. It wasn't easy, yes, but it is done. Today, I am a first class graduate in the Nigerian university, and I'm here to let you know that money is not your limitation. The problem is that you don't know who you are. And then your concept about school is not just being in the four walls of a university. The concept of school is that life is going to teach you what even that thing you call that school will not teach you. There are a lot of skills, experience, and competence you are going to gain being outside the four walls of that university that life is teaching you at the moment. And until you understand that particular thing, right, you will not be able to mentor others. You will cheat people you are going to mentor and the people you impact based on the fact that everybody actually wants to impact lives. So, one of the things you need to learn is to, first of all, as a human being, because it's going to affect your course of study while going to school, you are going to be stereotyped to what your people recommend rather than what you truly want if you don't identify who you are. And identifying who you are will be our next conversation in the series, where I show you how you can be able to do this so that it will not affect your regret in the future of allowing people to make a decision of your own course of study. Because this is the problem a lot of students are facing. This is the problem a lot of graduates are facing now. I'm telling you this based on experience. And that is why you begin to ask questions about yourself when you are done with your service. And all these things, we are going to take you through this process based on practical experience as well as improved knowledge. So, in between the lines, I will be sharing my story. I will sharing deep down. And I want to let you know that making a first class, I have a scar because stars have scars. I was able to learn through my failures. I was able to learn through my seasons. And I was able to maximize them. And the results I have today is not because of what I went through. It was because of who I became from what I went through. So the moment you see money as your limitation, you are thinking small. The moment you see material things as limitation, you don't know who you are. So first thing you want to find out is, who am I really? That is why you need to gain certainty and clarity of your vision. And that is one of the basic things that we do in Confident Global Champions, because we are helping these emerging leaders to actually build strong self-esteem and credible connections to multiply their results while they dominate their space. If you want to be that kind of person, hit the link in the description of my YouTube channel right now. And don't forget to subscribe and follow for more, because we are bringing a lot of value to you in this space. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, hit the link on my on my bio. Let's have a conversation. Let's know what the issue is, and let's redirect and have a paradigm shift to help you make better decisions to achieve optimum results. I still remain your friend and your world-class edupreneur, Mrs. Chamaka Linda Veshima. And until I see you in the next series of Life Unscripted, understand that it's time to live a life you are proud of and not the one people recommend. Because that focus you are giving to your academic session is demands the same focus to be able to study life in order to navigate it. So I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.